Welcome back to Sunshine Rainbow. Thank you for joining me for episode 2 recap of Love is Blind season 7. The episode opens up with Monica in the girls' quarters talking about her red flags and how she is definitely somebody that needs to be here. She usually gets infatuated by looks and first appearances, only for her to later on stop feeling the person and just kind of get the ick. So, Monica, yeah, she's definitely someone who's perfect for this experiment. We see Monica talking to Stefan in the pods, and he ends up telling her that he has a background and he's labeled as a cheater. For some women, this might be like a big deal. For Monica, she really takes it well and she gives him a lot of grace, and she also expresses her own experience in the past with cheaters, but she doesn't think that that should hold him back. She's so graceful with that. I'm shocked. Remember to support this young YouTube channel by hitting that like button, subscribing, and joining the discussion in the comment section below. And back in the women's quarters, we see Hannah saying that she has already requested another date with Nick. Having just broke up with him, she has requested to see him again. She's heavily sweating the Leo and Brittany connection, and that's making her not want to let go of Nick D, I think. So she's quickly trying to get Nick D back on the roster. There's nothing wrong with her feeling insecure about being in a love triangle and wanting to keep her options open as well. You see Brittany in the women's quarters getting all the tea. The other girls are letting her know what's going on with Hannah, and she ends up telling Leo on their date what happened in the girls' room and that Hannah kind of overheard her say Leo's name, and now all his connections know they're talking to each other. Leo tells her that he has a crush on her, but withholds the L word, saying that he's not ready to say it unless he's going to propose. He lets Brittany know that he is falling for her, and he ends up telling her that she was number 2, and after this date, both her and Hannah are in the number 1 spot. How does that work? I don't know. It blows my mind. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but she's no longer number 2. He just has 2 number 1s. Okay. He's not affirming her at all in any way, and she is visibly emotional, and she says that she knew this was going to happen and that her woman's intuition, and she has a lot of history of being with men who have trouble just accepting one woman. So it's kind of sad to see, but we're going to see how this one plays out. Side note about Brittany, in my first episode, I was like, she's very confident, and I wonder if she has the attitude for the confidence. And I do believe that Brittany has the attitude to match that confidence. She is not only beautiful, confident, and kind, she's charitable, she's giving. I went on and I found her Instagram, and she legitly does clean up trash. Like, she volunteers to clean up her neighborhood and different neighborhoods and beaches. Yeah, Brittany fan here. Next, we see Hannah on her date with Nick D. She tells him she thinks that she made the wrong choice in breaking up with him, and he's like, I didn't see it coming. And she tries to blame it on the other girls, saying that they were in her ear, trying to convince her to drop someone and like drop Nick D. I don't like the fact that she's blaming the other women for this. I think she should have just owned it. Yeah, I made a mistake, kept it light, don't have to go into detail, but blaming the other girls, I'm like, where's your backbone? And then we see Leo and Hannah on a date, and she keeps it light with him. She plays it cool, saying like, oh, it's okay that you're talking to Brittany. We're all here to explore. She's playing it real cool with him. I wonder if she was able to be so light and flirty with him on that date because she knew that she had Nick on the back burner again. We see Garrett and Taylor In Garrett's pod, Taylor has left him an avocado plant, and he has also gifted her a jar of his dad's honey. She compares herself to the avocado plant, saying that she wants kids in 5 to 7 years, and also the avocado is going to flourish in 5 to 7 years. So she lets him know that she's not ready to have children very quickly. And Garrett voices that that's not his preference. He would actually prefer to have children sooner. She responds by saying that that's a insecurity of hers, like in terms of her freedom and independence. That's why she wants kids further down the line. But she's really enjoying their interaction, and she's getting way more excited to be with him and to have that future with him. So she would be willing to move up her timetable and experience that with him sooner. We see him asking her to be his girlfriend, and she teases him a little bit, says that he needs to convince her, which is really cute. He says that he's not ready to say the L word because of how vulnerable that makes him, and that he fears that she won't say it back. So all we hear is him expressing that he likes her a lot. In the next pod, we see Marissa and Bolden connecting for the first time over their book interests and his military service. Marissa also opens up about being in the military, and she's very open to Bolden, and she's very understanding of his story as he tells her about making the decision to go to Ukraine to fight in the war over there. In the boys' quarter, we see Bolden talking to Ramses. And Ramses is like, as things wind down, people are sure to be in love triangles, and someone's going to have to leave hurt. The next scene is him and Marissa meeting in the pods, and I'm just like wondering if he knows that Broden is his competition and that he already is in a love triangle. So it's kind of funny the way they clip that together. Ramses and Marissa are connecting. She says he's her top one, and she lets him know that it's between him and another guy. They talk about the types of guys that she's into and gender roles. They're both into the non-traditional gender roles, and he talks about his journey being comfortable in his masculinity, and she expresses how she's usually into the more rigid masculinity, but and is really open to Ramses, who's more emotional and able to communicate his emotions. Back in the women's quarters, we see Monica and Taylor talking, and we see Taylor getting a gift from Garrett with a bouquet of sunflowers. She had expressed that sunflowers were her favorite flowers, and he got her a bouquet of sunflowers with a note asking her to be his girlfriend. It's super adorable. She signs it with her pheromones perfume saying yes. She had expressed to him that she wanted a grand gesture for his proposal to be the girlfriend. So I like her approach, like letting him know subtly that she wanted a grand gesture, not just expecting it, because sometimes people don't know what you're into, and she's making it known what she's into. Tim and Alex are in the pods connecting over his youth, college, and Navy experience. They're really seeming like the number one couple in the pods. They're really going deep. And he tells her the story of how his sister died, and it just brought me to so much tears. It hit me so hard, I had to pause from all the tears. The next scene, we see Garrett and Taylor in the pods. She reads him love notes from her grandparents, which is so beautiful. And he gives her a bouquet of flowers, and he proposes to Taylor. He had a good speech, but it was a little long for me. Towards the end, he says something about not letting his brain get in the way of what his body wants. I'm hoping that he sticks to that, and when they get out of the pods, he's able to lead with both his heart and his head, not just with one. We see Monica and Stefan connecting over ethnicity. Oh my god. He tells the cutest and funniest story about growing up with his grandmother telling him that his grandpa's side of the family was Italian. He was so proud of being Italian, got a class ring with the Italian flag, only for him to learn about 3 years ago when his sister does an ancestry that he's actually not Italian, but most of it comes from West Africa. So he was not even Italian at all. They're straight up West African. So grandma was mixing with a West African man and was lying to the whole family saying he was Italian. That's hilarious. He's actually black and he's super proud of it. It's really cute. And I like that for him. And he really connects with Monica over race because of it. Then we see Tyler and Ashley A connecting over spirituality. He prays with her and they listen to music together. He reassures her that he's got her back and uses the L word with her, saying that she's safe and protected with him. And I'm like, oh my God, that's what every woman wants to hear. And that's what every black woman wants to hear. So I'm just like melting for her. It's so cute. I am still kind of on the fence with Tyler because of how he expressed that prior to this experiment. He was very closed off with women. So I'm still a little, let's see what happens kind of thing. The episode ends right before Garrett and Taylor's reveal. So remember to subscribe to get a notification for episode 3 breakdown. Like the video and continue the discussion in the comment section. See you soon.